Hey, this is Brenda Meller, and today I'm going to be walking through the process of setting up a company page on LinkedIn. I am joined today by Marc Leduc. Hey, Marc, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. Brenda, how are you?
Doing great, thank you. Before we jump in, why don't you take a minute, tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm a 31-year veteran of associations where I have focused entirely on the development of technical conferences. After 31 years, I decided to put a shingle out while I'm also looking for work. But the intent of the consulting company is to help associations, nonprofits, or other companies that are working on the development of conferences or specialty events and looking at ways to enhance the audience experience through C-suite recruitment and other technical expert and subject matter experts. So that's my area of expertise is putting together two disparate ideas and stitching them together to create a common story that is of value to the audience.
Wonderful. And Marc, you and I crossed paths when you were a corporate employee and I was doing some LinkedIn team training. We've stayed in contact. Hosted you rather on my live stream show before. We did another video, I believe, earlier in the year as well, if I'm not mistaken. And you reached out to me recently and you said, how do I get a company logo added to my experience section? And I think you even said, by the way, if you want to do this on video and make it on your YouTube, go for it. And I said, yes,
Yes.
I've got Marc trained now, so he knows that I will occasionally give out free consulting and free advice, but at the same time, I make it into content that I can repurpose on my channel. And I don't yet have one that's perfectly aligned with this. So here's what we're going to do, Marc. We're going to start by you're going to open up your Canva. I'm going to walk you through the process on uploading the current logo that you have because we need to get it formatted into a 300 by 300 square and an avatar version. And then we're going to go to LinkedIn and we're going to get your company page set up with the basics, and then we're going to link it to your profile. So if you could start by sharing your screen, and I think you've got your Canva loaded up in the background there.
100%. I jokingly say, Brenda, I've known you so long. I remember when you had nothing on your shelves. Every time I'm on camera with you, there's always something different. I remember when you had just a little thought-provoking statement. That's how
Yeah,
long we've been friends, is that, yes, you had
that's
a
great.
minimal shelf. So I'll just say that. That's what's funny. So there we go. I am sharing now. So
Okay, it'll
can
take
you,
just a second for it to
assuming
come
you
up
can
on
see
screen
that?
here.
Yeah,
Yep. It's saying
perfect.
started sharing. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Marc, one thing I noticed up on screen, this is something that's a Zoom limitation right now. The video panel is like a gray bar. So can you drag the video panel off of the screen or minimize that just so we can see all the navigation? Because there's something really important in that upper corner of Canva that we're going to need. So can you close that down or collapse it perhaps? Okay. Could you do the same thing with the navigation bar that's up in the top? And that one you can probably just drag to the bottom of your screen. This is a Zoom feature. They recently rolled this out. We didn't used to see these things before up on screen. Now they appear in the form of a gray bar, and sometimes
Okay.
it blocks important navigation. Okay, so what I want to do is we want to create a logo, which is going to be an avatar version of your logo that's going to sit on your company page and also into your experience section. So what we want to do is we want to
Okay.
create a logo that's in a file size of 300 by 300 square. So see where it says sheet doc, whiteboard, presentation, etc. All the way along the right-hand side, see where it says custom size? It's the first gray option there. Click on custom size and type in 300 in the width and 300 in the height. So we're doing 300 by 300 pixels, which is the optimal size for a LinkedIn page avatar. Create new design. And Marc, you have a Canva account. You've not been a heavy user, so I'll just remind you, Canva is kind of like graphic design for dummies. It's really a great website to use. It's free. There is a pro version. We're not going to use any of the pro features here today. And the pro version is even a very minimal investment, but it does give you the ability to create social media graphics, make changes to your size of your logo, different features like that. And we're going to be using it today. So in the left navigation from top to bottom where it says design elements, text, brand, I want you to click on upload. And then I want you to upload the full version of your logo into this project. So click on upload files next. And then you're going to navigate to, I'm going to pause this. All right,
Go.
there you go. So you found your logo. We're going to bring it. So the first thing you do is you like bring it into the Canva. And now we need to drag it from there into your design. So if you either double click on it or just drag it, it'll take it over there. Okay. Now, next thing I want you to do is for your logo that we're uploading to your LinkedIn, it's going to be really super tiny. So think about in your experience section, you know how you see the company logo and it's like probably the size of your pinky nail, even smaller than that. It's super, super tiny. It will
Yep.
also sit in your top header card, but again, it's super tiny. It's almost like when you go to the eye doctor and there's an eye test and they say, what's the smallest line you can read? We're not going to be able to read Christopher Mark Consulting at all. So
Okay.
let's crop that out. So drag not from the corner, but from the bottom, that thick line in the middle, drag that up. And then just click you don't need to drag on the sides. But what I want you
Okay.
to do next
Yeah.
is click anywhere in the white and then click on the color wheel at the top. So we're just basically taking a fill color from the design. Give it just a second here. So see in the left navigation, right next to your tiny little avatar logo, there's a black circle. So in your left navigation, right there,
Yeah.
click on that one. And that's just basically taking the color. So if it were to be a variation of black, maybe it was a super dark gray or something like that, we wouldn't see it in there. Okay, the
Okay.
next thing I want you to do is add me to your project so I can make a couple of quick modifications. So at the top, you see the orange M and there's a plus symbol next
Yep.
to it. Click on the plus symbol and then type in my email, brenda@mellermarketing.com. Brenda@mellermarketing.com. What I like about Canva is it does give you the ability to add people into your project so we can collaborate on it. And this way, you retain the project, you retain the location for it. So that way, you're not in my account and I'm not having to delete you out at a later date, but you're just adding me in for now so that I can collaborate with you on the project. And it's almost like, Mark, if you ever worked on Google Drive and you're both on a Google Doc at the same time,
Yep.
someone typically owns it and the owner can remove the access to that project. But this way, we both have the ability to access the project and you can always remove me out in the future. So now I'm going to go into the design and you'll see I just clicked on it and it is giving me that green outline so you can see that I'm in it at the same time. So the first thing I'm going to do is just to remove some of that extra black around the little avatar symbol. This is the bull in here, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
And then I'm just pulling the symbol as large as I can. I want to have just a little bit of black around the outside, but I want a majority of this square as large as possible without the image becoming distorted. It's starting to get just a little bit fuzzy. I'm not worried about it though, because it's going to be so small, we're not going to see that fuzziness on here. And the other thing I'm going to do is just when I move it, actually, let me have you do this part. Now I want you to click on the bull symbol and
Yep.
drag it down until the grid lines appear so you're perfectly centered vertically. Now I want you to center it horizontally as well. So move it back and forth until you see that in the middle there. There you go, right there. So now it's perfectly centered horizontally and vertically. The design is ready to download, but before we do so, where it says Untitled Design 300 by 300 pixel at the top in the blue bar, so in the blue bar next to Try Pro for 30 days, see where it says Untitled Design?
Yep.
Yep, I want you to write in your company name. So if you want to write Christopher Mark Consulting or just CM Consulting, whatever you'd like to do there. And then logo 300x300.
Pretty bad when I can't even spell my name correctly.
It's always harder to spell when somebody's watching you. I figured that out too.
Oh, I always fat finger that. I do that all the time. Is when I capitalize one, I have a tendency to capitalize two.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
there you go.
Okay, so now we're ready to export it. So we're going to click on the share icon in the upper right-hand corner, click on share. We want to make sure that when we are downloading this, it's a PNG format. The next thing you're going to do is click on download in the lower left-hand corner of this pop-up box. We're going to make sure it's a PNG. Now, the good thing, Mark, is we only have one item in this project file. If we had multiple slides, we'd have to select the page, but there's just one page. So you can go ahead and click on download. And it should prompt you to select a file location where you want to save this download. If not, it might be directed already. So click on the little folder icon next to that so you can see where that has been saved. It's probably in your click on the folder next to it right there. Yep. It's probably going to be in your downloads area, but let's just take a quick peek at that. Is it saying downloads?
Yep.
I'm seeing a black box up on screen, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yes, it's
So you know the
downloaded and
location.
yes.
Okay, perfect. So next thing I want you to do is go to LinkedIn and we're going to create a company page. So you're going to navigate over to LinkedIn, and anywhere you are in the site, we're going to look for the for business drop down. So in the top menu bar where you see home, my network, jobs, etc., for business, and scroll all the way down to the very bottom. You might need to move the Zoom navigation out of the way. There's create a company page at the very bottom of that. So
Okay.
you might need to
All
drag
right.
that and Zoom navigation. It's in our way again here. This is the problem. You might want to move it over to your left side of the screen. There you go. And then create a company page from that drop down. You got it. Okay, so we're now at the menu inside LinkedIn where we create a company page. There's three different options: company, showcase, or education. You're going to choose company. So go ahead and click on that. And we're going to fill out just the basics for now, Mark. I'll give you some homework to fill out everything else later. So put in the
Yep.
company name,
Yep.
okay? And then LinkedIn automatically creates the URL. You're going to skip that field. The next is the website. Do you have a website yet for your
I do
business?
not.
Okay, so what you're going to do in replacement is put your LinkedIn URL. So you can, my recommendation is just open it in another tab, and that way you can copy and paste it, unless you know the full HTTPS and the name designation that you use for your profile. But keep this tab open. What I would do is open up another tab, navigate to your LinkedIn profile, and then grab that URL, and we're going to paste it in there. And this is a really great technique for those of you who are maybe just getting started with your business. Maybe you're doing a side hustle, dipping your toe in that water a bit, trying to figure out if it's going to take off before investing in a website. Or maybe you've got the website that's being built in the background, not quite ready for prime time yet. So the good thing here is we can redirect people to our LinkedIn profile. And then when the website has been launched, we can go back to the company page and you can change this URL to your company page website. All right, so you've grabbed your URL, you're pasting it in website. In the industry dropdown, click inside there. I would type in the word consulting or just type in consult and see what comes up in there. I believe there's like management consulting, business consulting and services. How does that sound for you?
There you
Good.
go.
Okay. Organization size, click on that dropdown. So we do need to select things for the required field. If it's just you, 0 to 1. If you do add employees in the future, you can always go back and change that later. So click on select size. Looks like it might be hiccuping here.
It's hiccuping just a skosh because I did. There we go.
There you go. You
There we
got
go.
it. And then organization type. Don't overthink it here. You'll probably choose self-employed or privately held. Logo. This is where we're going to upload the logo that we downloaded. So click on choose file, and then you're going to navigate to your downloads folder where that was saved. And you should be able to see the logo that is in there. There you go. Then you selected it. Now, tagline, I want you to think about your tagline could be like the equivalent of your headline for your company page. So let's say somebody lands on this page and they don't know what your business is all about. You have 120 characters to describe it. So, for example, and I'm just making this up as a starting point, you could say event consulting for leadership teams. That might not be the right phrasing for it, but I want you to think about categorically how do you describe what it is that you do to your ideal target audience? Trade show consulting and event planning. I'm making that up. If you like something there, you can always come back and change it later too. But let's think about categorically. If somebody doesn't know what Christopher Mark Consulting is, what is it? All right, great. And then once you're happy with this for now, keep in mind we can always come back and change things later. You're going to click on I verify that I'm an authorized representative and click on create page. And it will create a company page for you. And now, the second we do this, it's now public. It's not yet linked anywhere. So it's kind of like a soft launch, so to speak, inside here. What I would do before linking it to your profile, let me think about this for a second. Let's do the create a post. So click on the left navigation where it says plus create. And I'm going to make this really easy for you. I'm going to type into the chat and you can copy and paste this if you'd like. Welcome to the official LinkedIn company page for Christopher. I'm typing it first and you'll be able to copy and paste and change whatever you'd like. Please contact Mark LeDuc to learn more about our services. Okay, so I'm going to drop this into the Zoom chat. If you'd be so kind, copy that and then click on start a post. I'll close out of the Zoom chat here. Just to click on create in the left navigation once you have that. Start a post. And then once you've copied that, you're going to paste it into the box once the box pops up on here. I want you to tag yourself. I think I misspelled your first name there. Sorry about that. But I want you to tag yourself in there. Please contact at Marc Leduc. So you're going to add the tag, the @ sign before your first name, and then click on it from the drop down. Okay, there you go. So this is like the welcome message. I like to say this is if there's a new store opening up at the mall and you've been watching for it, all of a sudden one day the doors are open and you
Yep.
look inside, you want to have somebody greeting you. Come on in, we're open. We're open for business. We want to know that somebody's there at the store. There's somebody monitoring the traffic and whatnot. So this is going to go on your page or on the company page. Go ahead and click on post. Now, because we've tagged you, if someone sees it, they have a clickable link to get back to your profile. So they have a way of reaching back to you. So there's a loop that's occurring here. If they were to see that post, they can get back to your profile. Close out of this pop-up where it says post successful. And the next thing I want you to do is navigate back to your profile. So go under your Me icon in the top menu bar and then click on show profile or view profile rather. Okay. Click on
Give
view
me a second
profile.
here.
Going slow again.
Yes. This is what happens when your company that does your Wi-Fi said, we've upgraded your capability.
They have. It's faster for them, slower for you.
There
Okay,
you
so now we're
go.
going to go down to your experience section. So we've created the page in the background. LinkedIn doesn't know that it needs to associate it to your profile, even though you have the name in here. So what we want to do is click on the pencil icon in your experience section. And now we'll get into the nested menu. Now you want to click on the role next to the Christopher Mark Consulting. So click on the pencil icon over there to the right-hand side. And then once this pops up, we want to go in the company or organization field, put the mouse after G in consulting, just click on it after the G in consulting. Now click on the drop down. Now click on save. Give it a second. Now, optional, Mark. LinkedIn's giving you this graphic with the cheesy animated cupcake. If you click on next, it'll announce it to your first level network that this is something that you're doing. You can also have the opportunity at the next page to modify the text, to change it from the dancing animated cupcake to your company logo, perhaps, or to add some additional text that says, contact me to learn more about our services. We'll be specializing in, and you can describe it a bit. Now, you shook your head no. Talk to me about that. Why don't you want to do
I
this?
I hate the cupcake. So you are doing two things at one time. Thank you for seeing my nonverbal cues. I cannot stand the cheesy cupcake. I'd love
Yeah.
to do something.
How about
I
your logo?
apologize. Yes, I'd like to do the
Okay, so
logo rather.
click on next.
Yep.
This is the scary part because we click on next, we're like, oh my gosh, is it going to post? No, it's going to prep a
Yes.
post, and then you get the
Okay.
chance to make edits to it. Whereas in the previous, if you clicked on post now, they would make that edit. So click on the pencil icon, scroll down to the bottom. Does it give you the option to upload your own? If not, click on back, click on the X instead of the pencil icon. Now click on the photo icon at the bottom, and I would upload your full logo with the name of the company for this example. The avatar is important to put on the company page with just the bull, but I would put your full logo with the name of your company. So can you get that original
Okay.
logo?
Sure.
There you go.
Oops, sorry. All
The
right.
evolution of a logo. We just saw a little glimpse behind the
There you
scenes
go.
there.
You got behind the curtain
There
is
you go.
what is
Don't
your
tell anyone. This is only public, but they'll be good. Okay, click on next. Okay, now it says this text. If you want, you can change it. I'm happy to share I'm starting a new position as founder at Christopher Mark. Now, if you want, you could say you could add some text in here. Please DM me if you'd like to learn more about my services, which will include, and then you can give a high level overview. And while he's doing this, I'm going to remind our audience that the company name is in bold text here while we're prepping the post. After he publishes it, it's going to be blue, and that will allow people who are reading this post to click and go and visit the company page. Now, natural curiosity is going to be at play here. So when we publish this on LinkedIn, New role announcements will start to get some engagement. People will comment publicly in the timeline. You'll also get direct messages. A lot of them, Mark, are going to be the LinkedIn standard template. They offer something out and people will just say, "Congratulations on the new role, Mark." And they're not really,
Right.
they are putting a little bit of effort, a little bit. I'm using my fingers here, a little bit of effort on the people that really care about you are going to personalize that. "Congratulations, Mark. Glad to see you're branching off. Let me know if I can help you." And for the people that do
Correct.
comment on the post, I'll remind you that every comment helps to get engagement, which helps to get impressions, which helps you to get visibility to do a big launch for your company, right? And
Absolutely.
you've got a great network here on LinkedIn. There are probably people who, if they knew that you were doing this as a consulting business now, they would reach out to you. So this is doing you a service by announcing it on LinkedIn. It's helping to give you a jump start. Every time someone comments back, and you'll get a lot of comments in the next couple days here, I want you to reply back, acknowledge that. Try to do a longer response, not just thanks, but 8 or more words. "Thanks, Brenda. Hope you are doing well. Let's catch up sometime. Appreciate your support, John. Hope 2025 is a great year for you. Thank you, Joe,
Question
for,
for you, Brenda.
you
Is
know,
it better to do the at Brenda Miller? Or because I understood, if I remember correctly from my training from you, that then sends a notification that said that I mentioned you. So which is it better, a formal first name or
in
the
a reply
formal
to the
at?
comment, it's kind of like half dozen of one, six of the other, because they'll
Okay.
already get a response that says Mark commented or Mark replied to your comment. So
Okay.
tagging is like putting two band-aids on it. I don't know that it necessarily helps it that much more. Now,
Okay.
you may notice that sometimes when you click on reply, it will populate their name in there. Just leave it if it does that. But if it
Okay.
happens to not show, that's okay too. I don't look as much as the tagging within the comments if you're replying back to them. Now, the only difference there is if you're going into the comment and you want to bring someone else into the conversation, then you should tag them because they won't get notified.
100%. Great. I
Okay?
just wanted to make sure because there's pros and cons, and I wanted you to share what your feeling is because
Yeah.
I remember distinctly you were always talking about making sure. So that's good.
Yeah.
I appreciate the conversation.
There you go. Okay, so once you're happy with this, I'm happy with this. If you're good with this, I want you to go ahead and click on post.
All right.
Okay. And for those that are watching this video, I am going to put the post in the playback area. I would love it if you could go to Mark's post and congratulate him. Let's all support a new entrepreneur on his journey, on his start of his journey here. Okay, close out of the pop-up. We're not going to do, a lot of times LinkedIn offers us things and it's not relevant to the actions that we just took. So the last thing I want to show you here, Mark, is how to get back to your company page. There's two ways to do it. Easiest way is if you click on your logo from your experience section. So click on it from here. It's going to bounce you to your company page. And in this view, you're in as an editor. I always like to think of this. Remember Payless shoe stores when they used to exist? This is like you're in the back of the shoe store
Yes.
right now, where the stock and the
Okay.
inventory and it's ugly and there's papers and garbage. You're not in the front of the shoe store. If you want to see what the front of the store looks like, you've got to click on View as Member. So let me just show you how to toggle back and forth here. Click on View as Member in the left navigation. Now you're in the front of the store and you're going to notice we don't have a banner. We need to add some about description. We need to add some other information. That's going to be some homework for you to work on later. I'm going to give you a checklist on how to update your
Okay.
company page and you can go through that and do that on your own. Okay?
Perfect.
Now to get back to admin view, see the blue bar at the top and it says view as admin.
Yeah.
So off to the right hand side, it says view as admin, and the left hand side, it's view as member. I do not know why they put it in two different places, but this is LinkedIn. That's their sandbox on there. So we were just showing you how to navigate to your company page from your profile. The other way of getting there, there's two, actually three ways. If you go under the me icon, usually about 30 minutes after we set up a company page, it will appear here. It may not be here yet. It's not here yet, Mark, but try about an hour or so from now. Under manage, it should say company page Christopher Mark Consulting. Right
Okay.
now, LinkedIn doesn't know that you're associated because we just linked it. It's kind of like a ketchup bottle. It's going slow. It'll eventually drip out of there, but right now it's not there. So we can get there from three places: from your profile by clicking on the experience icon, from the me drop down about an hour after the page has been created, and the third place that we can get to it is go to your LinkedIn homepage. So click on the in symbol in the upper left-hand corner.
Sorry. I just went to
Actually, there's
home.
four places now that I think about it. And if you could drag that zoom bar out of the way here, where
Sure.
it's hiding.
All right.
Oh, it's not there yet. So I think the left navigation is going to share at the same time that your company page gets set up. So if you could type in the search bar, this will be the fourth way that you can find it. The left navigation should show it, Mark, but it's not showing it yet. So you'll try that later on. Just type in the name of your company. There
There
you
we
go. And it's
go.
in the drop down.
Axe.
And there you have it.
Ta-da!
Okay.
Yay!
Now go back to your profile. One last thing I want to point out to you, since we've linked it into your experience section, it should also be showing in your top header card on your profile. Let's make sure it's reflecting there as well.
Good. There we go.
There you go. At the very top of your profile in your top header card, on the right-hand side, the top avatar and name is your current experience or your current employer. The one below that is your most recent education, unless you've reordered that around. So now we've got Christopher Mark Consulting on your profile. How's that work for you, Mark?
Wonderful. Oh,
Good.
this is absolutely fantastic. I cannot thank you enough. This is a great way of doing it. As always, I'm grateful and appreciative for the help.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll go ahead and wrap us up here today. And again, for those that were watching, I walked Mark through the exercise of creating a company page on logo. You do need to have an avatar, that 300 by 300 square version. We just used the symbol inside his logo to do that. We created it in Canva. We then uploaded it into the create a company page feature and we linked it to his profile. We also did an initial post on the company page. And finally, we did an announcement on there. So, Mark, I wish you continued success and thank you so much for reaching out and for the opportunity to record the session here today. We appreciate it.
Brenda, I can't thank you enough. For anyone else, the shameless plug is that I can't recommend you enough for all of the great services that you offer. I know that I have gone from a neophyte to slightly above a neophyte, but I cannot thank you enough for the opportunity here. And if anyone's looking to advance their LinkedIn skill sets, you're the person to go to.
Oh, I appreciate that, Mark. It's an honor to be working with you and a pleasure to call you a friend and a client as well. So, thank you again for the opportunity.
All right, have a blessed day.
You too. Take care.